Does it ever sleep? Don't This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you. This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. I am no longer detecting signs of a juggernaut. Move on. You are safe. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. We are finished here. Move on. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested incoming. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete. Another job well executed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I've been muted for the past 20 minutes. Oh God. Oh my God. I've been muted for the past 20 minutes. But all in all, sounds about right. No, it does not. Okay. I'm going to crank my mic down a little bit. I have been running my mouth for the past like 20 minutes. That's insane. That is actually genuinely insane. Jesus Christ. I'll talk about it. Energy reduction. I'll just run somebody who doesn't need energy. That's crazy. I was having a whole entire discussion for the past, I don't even know how long. Can you hear my PlayStation? It does that every now and then. It'll just randomly heat up. It's not that hot. Whoops. It's not that hot. Okay, she's a little bit spicy. But now we can run whatever we want. Now would be an excuse to use Hildren, who I have not ran in God knows how long. Because she uses shields. I haven't used her since she came out. I don't even know. I remember I went through and fully upgraded all of my important mods a little while ago. Let me actually up my game volume and turn my headset down. Yeah, holy shit. There we go. Slam my headset volume because I don't care about game volume. Let me check my audio. Much better. 1 second. Oh god. Make sure. Anyways, let me bring this back up and then just slam my phone. Or, yes, slam. No, don't slam my ringer. That's important. That. And play. Reduce volume. Beautiful. Yeah. God, it's... Alright. But anyways. I was talking just before about, mainly just Warframe as a game. Like, the issues it has, roughly. I think the biggest issue with this game has always been the fact that most of the content in this game is just isolated from everything else. And that's really its only... I was talking about how people compare D2 and Warframe. I think that's always unfair. For one, because Destiny 2 is fucking awful. And I say that, I have played it. Not as much as some people who are very unfortunate. But, okay, this didn't lose anything. Luckily. When I think I upgraded Blind Rage. Did I only upgrade Blind Rage? Yeah, I think I did only. I know I went and I updated some mods. I gotta change this color palette. Do I have any of them? They're all kind of bad. I'll change the ephemera. Very basic. I don't know. There's some people who like how Hildren looks. I'm not one of them. That's not bad. Well, she is not bad. Pardon me. It's very rude. But let me set this up. There. Beautiful. Just so I can see the chat if anybody decides to come through. Let me actually be a nerd and type in chat. Never mind. Fuck you. Okay. How behind is this? Very. It's minus 42 because I'm not clicked into But I think like 12, maybe 13 builds got messed up when I clicked that up. Like I had to sit there and click through like all of the your mod config blah 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 for blah 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 will no longer fill this mod. Are you sure you want to continue? But this game will be so much better. And especially at endgame, a lot of people just get to like Mastery 13 and then stop playing. Like they'll touch Steel Path a little bit, do some of this, do some of that, and I still didn't change my secondary. Is that everything the game has to offer? You know what? I'm gonna change that before it gets started too good. Let me go throw on the right build. I was showing off that build. I was doing so much and I was muted. That's insane. That's actually crazy. I knew I should have checked my down mic.
Never mind.
Sorry, reading text. Let's do this one more time. But anyways, I think, especially with like Steel Path, it's the fact that Steel Path in and of itself is a humongous content island. There's so much stuff that is not brought to this difficulty. Why aren't there Steel Path Netrus? Why isn't there a Steel Path Sword each week? Why is there not Steel Path anything? It's legitimately just harder base like game missions. And I mean, you know, it's not like that's the biggest problem, I guess, sort of, kind of, like, because the whole point of Steel, well, no, that is a problem, but I was initially complaining about the fact that the rewards in Seal Path are honestly kind of bad. They've always been kind of bad. Like, it's supposed to be the hardest content in the game outside of, you know, EDA and stuff. But, gotta crank
The
my
enemy is
pencil
on high
down
alert.
a little bit
The
further.
moment
Okay,
you
a little
enter
bit
the
up.
holding area, they'll trigger the execution
But,
sequence. Rescue the
man.
hostage before it finishes.
I wish they would do more. Like, Railjack, for instance, is really fun, but they haven't touched it in, like, I don't even know how long. It's been multiple
The
years.
Juggernaut has moved on.
I think the last time they got any kind of meaningful updates outside of, like, Lich bosses, so I don't count this past update with the Technosite. That don't count. Forgot. I can't use my billion ciphers. What's my timer at? Oh, I'm fine for that.
Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
I will not forget this, Tenno.
I can take my book that does 10 damage.
Subject found. You need
That's
to
another
bring
thing
the
too.
captive to
Like, a
safety.
lot of
Protect
weapon
them at
classes
all
will just get like
costs.
1 or 2 and nothing else. Like, I say this for a lot of games, but I think, especially a lot of older games that are live service or semi-live service, need to go through, and more commonly than they currently do just like refresh updates for some content. Like,
Mission
I
complete.
don't know.
The
This game needs
captive
one
has
very
been
badly. They
liberated.
need to
You will
link
be rewarded
Railjack
for
to
this,
base
Tenno.
game, and what I think they could do is, in solo, you could just actually have your crew members come with you and kind of work like Monster Hunter Rise, or have a lot of games where you just have squad mates that come with you. Maybe you could nerf them a little bit. Maybe you have it to where when they die they don't respawn, which is honestly is fair, or some stuff. But just, I don't know, stuff like that. Have it be, maybe you can use your Railjack abilities in some sense, like have it fly in low orbit. Like, and it doesn't even have to be if, I swear this place had a backdrop, but it was broken for the longest time. I knew it. It was like reflective for a while. It's back now. I just noticed that. But is it? Yeah.
You'll do too.
Ugh. Do I run foreseeability on this? Yes, I do. Good. I want to run my stuff. Which ways? No, I forgot I put on. I didn't know I had ammo mutation. I didn't know I had no. That's funny. Well, I'll just run Dread. Silent. Do I have? No. Because I'm running the big fat nutsack arrow. I always call them like hearts. I had this one like Hershey's Kiss.
Do you think we should
Like
get
heart
everyone to
candy,
make some songs?
like little tube
I can write a
topper.
CD.
There was a heart, obviously, and I would keep it in my bag on my lucky nutsack because it would turn upside down. It looks like a ball sack. Once again, I'm very generic. Yeah, I'm very creative with my naming schemes. If it is not blissfully obvious. Yeah, one thing, I was, especially sorties, but like super duper especially, Archon sorties each week, which is, there's no reason to really do them, to be honest. Like, there hasn't been for a while.
Your mission is to break into
if you want
enemy
Archon
data
shards,
vaults and
go
steal
do
any
Nitro Cells,
intelligence
and if you want
files
more of them,
find.
do EDA, and if you want more of them, do the other EDA you can do each week. And if you want more of them, like literally just one single one, then yeah, it's fair. You can go to
Enemy infestation
just,
ahead.
God, man.
That was a juggernaut. They were lured
It's
out
so
by
dang
the death
long,
of
and I mean the bosses are
Lay
kind of
low, and
fun.
it
I
should
think
go
those are the
away,
best boss
or
fights we
input the
currently
pipe
have in
to
the
draw it
game.
out.
That's kind of, no, Oral Worm sucks. There was
Be on the lookout for increased security measures.
the one in that one event when Auraxia came out that was okay, but especially on Seal Path, it was really just a damage check
The
or a
target
bullet sponge
console
check.
is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now,
That's weak.
the enemy will start destroying data.
Weirdo. One button. Reload. There we go. I'll probably one tap his ass. I can't remember. Can I double jump? Yes. And I can roll, I just can't slide.
The Juggernaut has moved on. It's safe to
Nerd.
proceed.
Can walk over these, right? Yes. I'm just like that.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
How does it work? Isn't it? Which one does it do? What is it? Yeah, I'm not trying to die because our aura is very squishy.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Luckily for me, I use barrel diffusion.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Data
I
extracted.
think
They won't even
I'm.
know
Oh,
it's
whoops.
gone.
No, don't matter. I think I'm gonna play Vex. I really do. I know I watched I think it was Moxie's or Moxie's. Well, I didn't really watch it. I just skipped to the end. But
The target console is
character
nearby.
ranking, and it was just
If you
a skill
trigger
tree
the
ranking
alarms now,
of
the enemy will start
red, blue,
destroying
green for each
data.
character. And I'm pretty sure all of Vexes are good, but are red. Like, I think each Vault Hunter has one that he considered to be S, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, I've honestly, genuinely been torn about what Vault Hunter I want to play since before the game came out. Because I've said this a lot. This is the nicest cast of characters that we've gotten in a Borderlands game within the past. I mean, what? How silly of me. Holy shit. I'm dead. I don't care. But this is easily the best cast of characters that we've had, I think, honestly, in a Borderlands game ever. And I don't count Wonderlands because there's 6 characters there, right? Yeah, there's 6 characters, and it's only one skill tree. Because honestly, if we're talking only 4, then I think it might be better. Because Blade, what the Blade dude, all of that. Very disappointed, but yeah. Anyways, I think now we're gonna go crack some of our legs. No, I can't. I'm just going to the room and stare at it. My beautiful. I would be running base Silvergoth colors, or these. Nah, I'll only wear this in relay. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's the difference in the head. But this is basically my old Sevagoth look with the Araxia chest piece and side piece. Let me bring that up, in fact. And I guess also different pose. And different. That, I didn't know. Oh, do I have him put on my pedestal?
I tried on those arc wings of yours, you know?
No.
They do grip tight in the hips. If you ever
20.
felt like...
One's on both sides. Now, should I be doing Plague Star? Maybe. Am I going to? Fuck no. Fuck no. We don't do that around here. We do. I just didn't so low. It's getting hot. I really need to turn a fan on, but I don't want to put my mic condom on. I think it makes me sound worse. Alright. I didn't know it could be Void Flood. Ew. We're doing Conjunction, obviously. Do I have any Caliban relics? Actually, does he only have oh, he has, yeah, 2 gold. I wish I'd go back to doing only 1 gold part. What does that mean? It's not that bad, but like I have 3 of the Live relic. One of those. What were his weapons? It's definitely not Daiku. Is it compressive run? No, that's really Velox. I think that's one of his weapons. souls, right? Maybe? No, I think his scythe got primed. I was gonna go look at it. I was gonna look at something. I forgot. I'm tweaking. No, I was gonna go, can you view your factions from here? I didn't know you could quick open friends tab. I wonder how. Oh, he's on. No way. Is that dude? He was Mastery 13. Nah. No, it's not him. Only 60 days. No way he got up to Mastery 21. That's crazy. I'm gonna text him at some point. That's neat. My buddy's been putting in work. I know he came back, I think it was right at the Coda update. Because he got banned. Maybe not banned, I think he got trade banned way back in the day. For... I believe it was for... I think he traded a legendary core for like PayPal. And he got trade banned permanently. Then he came back like, 10 years later. And they said no. I think he was trying to get, or trying to find out how to get the... Yeah, I remember now. He's trying to get the, Requiem mods. These. I said, dude, I've got like a bunch of ools. No, I don't. What? I think I sold them. Am I actually out of ools? Oh no. Anyway. I don't plan to ever do it. Like, that's another, like, as I was just talking about content islands, that's another massive content island, is the Nemesis, or Nemesi. They need to just, I think everything in this game that could realistically be put into Seal Path should be. If that means 500 Netra cells, or... But, where was I? I don't know. They need to add a lot more stuff to Steel Path. And, I think, what was I saying? Netra cells, I'm tweaking, sorry. They could keep that at 300. Then EDA and whatever the other one is. Honestly, I mean, it'd be cool to have it in Steel Path, but I think just the biggest issue is outside of the fun that Steel Path is, there's no reason to technically run it. Like, yeah, you get mastery points if you want to get max legend. Oh, you've got to go get all of it. But there's no reason to ever get past. Oh my god, I still haven't done it. There's no reason to ever get past, like, mastery 25. Like, I mean, at that point, you're so close, you might as well. But I have been mastery, what, 21? 23, I lied. I've been mastery 23 for a minute. I swear there used to be a chart that would show you your time. No, not legend. The fuck?
Alright, what can we help you with?
That would show you, like, your time spent at each rank. And mine was mastery, like, 11 and 12 for a long time. Alright, Caliban, no. Bunch of malarkey, I tell you what. A bunch of malarkey thus far. Really? Really? A single Caliban relic. A single Caliban relic. A single Caliban relic? Alright, well, moving on to Steel Essence, I guess. Holy shit. No idea how much I have. We're about to find out. Not gonna drop it all. Oh my god. Oh, I see this. I was thinking, holy shit, that's a lot of instances. There's not even a Strata 69. Oh, it might be full. Sorry for the hold up on getting to the very captivating gameplay, but not Samaris. Tish on my balls. How much I got? Not very much. Oh lord. That's bad. Yeah, we're not getting any of those actually. How else can you get relic packs? I don't know. I want to go up in the ones I've got. Oh, I've got 75 plat. I could probably just buy some of the pieces off of someone. If a dick comes to butt, which it probably will. You know. Carry. We'll start with these. Let's live. Gray. Should have put on. No. Anyways, we made it to 9:45. I think it's been
to truly master the canvas of war.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
About 40
A
minutes.
fissure. Defend
not bad at
yourself and
all.
use reactant to open relics.
How dare you already break me? I'm actually tempted to put an
Enemies are
orange
dropping reactant.
Archon shard on.
The reactant is working on your relic.
Because it gives you
Find
shield,
more.
like a preset amount on
The
Code
Oricane
Blast. I don't know if that
Neuroception
means the
is
status
attempting to purge you from this
proc
place.
or
Stand by for
what.
life
Why am I
support.
getting... This is by far and away gotta be my favorite individual build in the game. I played back when Sevagoth came. I played when he launched, and I tell you what, I don't know what I tell you, but he has gotten so much better since launch. Because therefore, like back when his first augment came out, for the critical chance on his first, he went from like okay to being okay. This is a really good frame, just like that. The perception of Sevagoth went from like low C, maybe high B tier, or maybe like high C, maybe low B tier, to immediately like, okay, you could argue he's like that. And then they added his second augment, making him like one of, if not the best nuke in the game. And it was just insane. He got a deluxe skin, that second augment, in his prime. Like, I don't know if they've ever done a prime as early as they did Sevagoth. It was going to be like, I think this right now would have been Sevagoth on Caliban, because like they used to go by the 2 male 2 female,
You have collected enough reactant to
and
open
that's
your
just the order. But I think it was with Zaku being questionable, because technically speaking it's non-binary. I think I just always say he, because I say that for everybody, to be honest. It's not a what's the word for it, like, I don't know, it's not an intentional thing. I just say he unless somebody looks like specifically feminine, and you know, if that pisses you off, then I apologize. I truly do. But I don't mean anything bad or bad by it. And it's a war thing. Which kind of comes down to I don't care. Anyways. Yeah, it was gonna be I'm pretty sure it would have been Zaku. Fuck, who came out before something? Can't remember. Ooh, that's fine. Trying to rack my brain. I don't know. I know it was Zaku, then Lavos, then Narelli, then now Caliban. And I guess it's because we got a lot of frames around the same time as Sevagoth, who are questionably like, okay, is this male or female? Like, because, you know, Zaku, did I say Zaku second time as Sevagoth? Zaku is straight up just, it isn't a gender, or it isn't a sex. It's no sex at all. Sevagoth is obviously male. Caliban's a sentient, but I think he's a dude, I'm not certain. I may be wrong on that. Then fuck, who else? I don't know. But I still don't know why they put out Sevagoth Prime as early as they did. And especially, you know, when we got that secondary augment, the deluxe skin, and then the prime, like a month and some change later, my friend, who is a die-hard Rhino main, and I do mean die hard, I was joking to him, dude, why don't you do a Sevagoth that fucking heirloom before Rhino? He gets so pissed every time I say that. Now, am I technically using this thing as a gimmick to the fullest? No. I think that I was okay. Whatever. I bet always get scary. I think the whole with like it chomping down as, you know, the reticle, and the whole theme of it being a gun that eats people, I think really did get kind of...
If you have a necrodeck, you may use it.
Oh, I forgot it. That's in this?
Those
yeah, it is.
oculists are scanning for targets.
Blah, 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 blah.
They know you're here.
Blah, 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 blah.
Prepare for sentient fighters.
All ready for bolts. Locking. I really don't. No, yeah, I know. Never mind. But still, they gave him so much attention after, like, I was always hoping the first augment he got would turn his 4 into, like, it just follows you around kind of thing, like a companion or some shit. I honestly still think they could do that.
The deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready.
But I still very much so think that would be good for him. Granted, we're at the point now, we're pushing Frost with how many augment? That's lucky. Okay. Well, not really. It's, what, a 1 and 3? But, because Frost, you have 3 augments that you really normally run. Like, you could argue less, you could argue. I don't think there's an argument for more. But, you know, you could argue you could do less. I know there's the one that...
summoned a new presence and it craves our life support. Destroy these manifestations.
Forgot about that. Holy shit. Man, I'm dead. I forgot about that too. For once, it's actually working good. There's a bunch of fodder. No! Die in it. Oh my god. One thing that has always honestly been subpar about Sevagoth, and you know, back when he came out, there were always arguments of, oh, you know, he's basically immortal with his passive, because you can always res with it. No. There's an Aros. I don't know if an Aros has worked or not, but his is like the least functional, especially now after his after his augments, one of the most insane frames in the game, considering he just kind of has a nuke built in. You know, you're not careful, you could die to like some Eximus. The revive mechanic doesn't work on Eximus units. It just straight up doesn't. It's unfunctional, which just makes sense. It's a CC ability, but it's completely unfunctional against Eximus. And half the time we'll just watch mobs just die to your abilities, because you know, you die, they don't stop. Obviously, they don't stop until they don't stop until you full die, I think. But just getting knocked doesn't stop them. Do I have a thing on this? I don't think so. Ooh. Should I honestly throw that one? What's it called? What's that? What, Arcane Blessing on? Yeah, maybe I should. Am I going to? Never will. I'm thinking, honestly, about throwing on an orange Archon Shard, Roar. Then, obviously keeping Energize, and finding somewhere to start in Equilibrium. with Energize, which I guess is mostly a thing. But this, granted, nowadays I don't ability spam as much, but roughly speaking, the build is as strong as it is because I ability spam so much. And and Nourish is the best ability spam, like, side piece one in the game. Like, what? Complementing element ability? What does I mean? It's hard to find a build that Nourish isn't good on. Like, it's almost good, or it is, like, passively good on literally every frame of the game. Like, besides Rainbow. No! No, Nautilus, no! 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 Okay, that doesn't help. Boo. 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 I lost 2 steel lessons. What was I even talking about? I keep losing my train of thought. Anyways, I'm gonna start talking about Borderlands now. As I was talking about earlier, this has got to be the best. Yes. Wait. Yeah. It's got to be the best cast of characters that we've ever gotten. Like, Borderlands 1, I love it. I think it's a timeless game. I think it's still worth playing to this day. It's very enjoyable. I think there's never been a game that's captured the essence of just bleak wasteland better. And I honestly think there probably will be one day. But, like, that game was made and just was, in its time, that 100% embodied the cooler older brother aesthetic. That was everywhere back then. That was the whole, you know, I guess the just, like, essentially military advertising in media. Like, free military advertising in media. That was the whole, like, that was when a Monster Hunter movie came out that was, I think, about the fucking military, if I'm not wrong. That just, that era of time in general. That was when Call of Duty was not only popular, but also good. That was, like, that was when everything was just that kind of, like, grunge, sort of, kind of, like, very outwardly cool. And I think it's that kind of environment where a game about wasteland, you know, you run somebody over with a car and they explode like a blood. Like,
as Lua kept you safe in the dark age that followed the fall.
I never heard
kept this hidden for you to find.
They did now. I don't know if the voice line's in or not, or if I've just never paid attention enough to hear it, but, well, that sucks. Gray reward out of a Radiant Relic. It always sucks. I'm just gonna pop some random relics I have lying around.
Void manifestations, drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives. They will drain your life support unless they are destroyed.
It doesn't help that I played on, like, excuse you? I played on 0 volume in this game for a very long time. Not even because the volume's bad. I mean, a lot of the dialogue is good. I play music or, like, videos in the background, or I be in, like, parties with people. Golly, dude, this game is bad. But regardless, the first game, of all the things that it did right and of all the good things about it, one thing that is not the greatest about it is the diversity of the cast. It doesn't make sense. It's a game from 2009. What? 2008 or 9. It's a game from quite a fucking time ago. A time much different to nowadays. But completely different, just everything. And, you know, the whole, I mean, it wasn't that the characters were bad by any extent. It's just the roster is Lilith, fairly interesting. Brick, dude who punches stuff. Mordecai, sniper with a bird. Then Roland, black dude that uses ARs and it's a turret. And then we go to Borderlands 2. The special, spooky, cool girl that does magic stuff. The sniper dude. Well, that's not completely fair. The 2 cast was pretty good, but I've honestly always thought that the soldiers have been a weak point in every game. Like, Roland, I've never wanted to do a playthrough of Roland. I've done 2.5 playthroughs of the game, and not once have I ever just thought, damn, I need to go do a Roland playthrough. If I see the grenade jumps with him, so. But I've never, you know, I don't know, I feel like Morty and Lilith are probably the most fun in the game, and I don't have the most, you know, reasonably, if you may, listen to me, opinion out of anybody ever in the history of ever, because, you know, I haven't actually played Roland before, but he's just never popped out as interesting enough to play. And it's not because he's black, before you say that, but I don't know. It's just basic dude with turret and gun, and then you get a Borderlands 2, and it's the same basic dude with turret and gun. Like back in 2008, yeah, the whole turret thing was cool. I feel like that fits the time of just, you know, military stuff. But regardless, we get a Borderlands 2. Zero, banger. Sal, banger, but definitely kind of weird. Midget, middle person that uses two guns. And Mexican too. Maya, also cool character, well written, seems interesting enough. Took me a while to do a Maya playthrough, but I enjoyed it. She was good. Never done an accent playthrough. I've heard he's fun. I've just never been interested. But you get to Borderlands 4, I think I'm gonna play that. 'Cause even still, I don't entirely know. Like, that's how diverse it is. Like, at first it was 100%. Oh yeah, the other two seem cool, but you know, it's gotta be Vex, man. Maybe Rafa, but it's gotta be Vex. And then the gameplay came out for Amon, and regardless of how he physically looks, the playstyle looks very interesting. With ability spam, can't tell. I fucking love ability spam, and you know, this style of game, I absolutely fucking love it. Where the fuck am I getting Overguard from? What? Is it from my relic? No, where am I getting Overguard from? Huh. That's weird. But anyways, let me run around. Did they change Sevagoth when I wasn't looking? No. Where am I getting little bits of Overguard from? That doesn't make any sense. Is it from him killing people? What is this? 3? No. Sorry. Oh. What? Where am I getting over? I mean, I think I have the damage Overguard with pistol. Yeah, like, yeah, I had a pistol. How am I getting over my gun? That's really weird. Regardless. Then, I mean, the first person I watched was Rafa, because that's who Jolts played in his first demo.
Don't worry.
And
I'll
that's
take very good care of Varuna. I have just the spot in the kennel for her.
The queens have sought out warframes before. bl4 sought to present them with yours. We cannot let the worm have Varuna.
Nerd.
The sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming.
No. I'm gonna keep this up. Oh, go fuck yourself. But in at first, you know, I didn't think too hard of it. I thought, it's Rafa, the soldier. But, I mean, outside of how absolutely fucking sick he looks, like, he actually looks like he's kind of fun to play. A common theme with, like, all the characters in this game. Like, there isn't a single one who looks lame as fuck. Like, once again, no shade to roll on an accent, but they both are just, they're fucking identical in terms of completely externally looking in at their characters. Like, they're guy with turret who uses assault rifle, and I've always thought that they're the weakest links, because, I mean, once again, I don't know, but I'm just looking from the outside. They look lame as fuck. Like, I feel like if you're going to play Borderlands, or just any game that's vaguely, you know, whatever the fuck, why would you choose just a dude with turret that uses assault rifles? God forbid him too, because ARs and do not need ranted accents, also grenade dude, but spare me. Characters in 2, or just the Vault Hunters in general, is its own discussion entirely. It was literally Gage and Krieg. Okay, Krieg isn't bad. Gage is. but it was Krieg being niche and Gage being bad that was literally the reason that we didn't get DLC Ball Hunters in Borderlands 3, because they looked at the numbers and saw people did not want to go start full playthroughs of
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish
Krieg
your
and
mission
Gage.
and
I
we'll
always
take a look
fuck their names
inside.
up, but nobody wanted to, and nobody did, because I mean, obviously DLC characters, you're gonna have less people playing DLC characters unless you're stupid busted. See Blight call it. Nobody's gonna want to play them. Like, especially if they're just kind of niche like that. No, there's gonna be people that want to play them, but roughly from the outside looking in, you're gonna have a lot less people willing to use a character that many people label as bad, or that is openly labeled as niche and kind of just weird. They'd rather go play Salvador and go Pimper have a boss at pieces, or Flak have a boss at pieces, or they'd rather go play Maya. I don't know if Cloud Kill was always insane. Or they'd rather just hop on Maya, go slide, than go, you know, be Hawk. Yeah, be Hawk, a random fucking boss with Cloud Kill, and, you know, shred their axe or some shit, or go play Axton and be bisexual and be on the cover of the magazine, or go play Zero and do Zero shenanigans. Like, I don't know. And especially considering that was the first time we really got anything more than just like Summons Turret kind of summoner gameplay in the series, and it was huge. Like, I'm a bitch for necromancers. I've always been. I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I played Diablo 4. Not gonna say I liked it too much, because I enjoyed my little playthrough that I did. But once again, I would be a lying bastard if I said I wasn't mad when I found out that your character doesn't reset, but you can only play seasonal content on a brand new character. Now granted, that's a system probably older than I am. I still think it's dumb. I do. I still think it's dumb. But. It'd be like asking you to make a new frame every time a new update came out or some shit. Not entirely, but that's the best way I can compare it, and that's dumb. But, what the fuck am I running on my phone, bro? But regardless, and, you know, at first I was like, you know, Rafa, he just looks like basic soldier dude. But, you know, the more I think about it, you know, he's the speed character. Speed's fun. And, you know, I just kept looking at it, and looking at it, and looking at it, and I've never once been on the Build Maker, the subreddit, pardon for my sins, has been full of the, like, oh, build crafting, this build's gonna be nuts, dude, and it's just, I don't know, like, the devs themselves openly said, okay, we're releasing these, but they're probably gonna change, so don't be too concrete about it, and there's probably people who enjoy that, and I'm gonna say it myself. I'm kind of a jackass for immediately saying and shitting on what they like to do. But if I'm a jackass for that, I'll take the label as it. It's always annoyed me. Like, I want to be partially blind to skills going in. Like, I wanted to know the rough outline of each character, because I didn't want to go play Vex and it turns out she's just like, I don't know. What are my least favorite things? I don't know. Ooh, that fire skill. I don't know. It'd have to be a turret playstyle, but I knew from the get-go she wasn't that. But, I don't know. Regardless, I love Necromancers, and if there's one thing that I loved about Diablo 4, it was just playing Necromancer, and especially Necromancer just being stupidly, insanely busted. Unfortunately, the best Necromancer classes are ones where you sacrifice your minions, because those buffs are insane. But with that being said, especially going through story up to 60, or 50, or whatever the fuck max level is, just watching, especially in the first beginning areas, you know, my warriors just go tear something to pieces alive, watching it, like, screaming and whatever. That's figurative. It was fun. It was really fun. I tell you what. Just because so many games do Summoner completely wrong. Another game that did it somewhat well, not in the right ways, was Wonderlands. There was Grimoire, or the Grim dude, who did it okay. I think it was like the, it was the Hydras, I think. He had a Hydra build, but I always thought that build was a piece of crap. I don't know. I ran it a little bit. But, in my opinion, the best quote-unquote summoner build in that game always will be Blight Stabbo, or Stabbo, Caller, or whatever. The Wasp Swarm build is far and away out of every build I use. The double spell shot build, whatever. Nothing has ever been more fun than that. Because I tell you what, that was some busted shit. Like, get a white rider, like, get a white rider, put it on 1x, then throw that shit and watch a boss fucking just genuinely get deleted. Like, I remember Waster used to, he used to tickle my pickle. He did. I remember me and my buddy were going through, this wasn't a character, and I was going through, Chaos Chambers up to, max, and, golly, be watching, we got somebody, no way. But, we're going through, Chaos Chambers, and we got to Waster, and I'm being so serious, we wiped on that boss, and, oh my god, it was awful, dude. Who is this? Preparation stream. It's not out on PlayStation 4 yet. I was doing this to make sure my streaming worked, and it does, so I'm just waiting for it to come out. But it comes out in like T-minus, oh my god, it's 10 o'clock. It comes out in hour 50 minutes. I will be streaming Vex when it comes out. I think I'll be playing
The relic
Vex.
has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Playing Warframe right now to pass time, but regardless, I know, yeah, we got absolutely turned inside out by Wasted, and golly, dude, every time I fought that boss, he made me so mad, because you do a little bit of damage, and then he just, crawl on the ground, scutter away. Yeah, he left. That sucks. Then I finally just started experimenting with stuff, and I saw people talking about using White Rider, so I started using White Rider, and I started experimenting with Wasp and stuff, and I was like, wait, it's kind of interesting. So I just searched up, Wasp, or like whatever, Swarm, Blightcaller, and I saw that build, and that's when I swapped from, I think I was always using Stabo. I don't know, I think I was, but that's when I really put into the build, and I realized this shit is insane. Like, I think it was the Unicorn boss was the first one that I actually really got to see it melt. And I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, Shield at first and then Bone, so two things, Corrosive isn't amazing against, but, I procced the thing, threw stealth or whatever, I did all of my setup, and then I just saw the little thing float towards it, and it, for 1 second, I think either targeted the skeleton or just went through it, and it just immediately died. And me and my friend were sitting there like, what the fuck? And I watched it hit the boss, and within 5 seconds, it's just dead. This is like Chaos 20. He genuinely got toward it, and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. So, I kept building on it, and building on it, and building on it, and yeah, no. And now granted, I'm pretty sure it's Stabomancer, Cold Dude, melee status champ, or melee random status, that is like the most busted build in the game, where you can like, not one-tap bosses, but melt bosses in like a single second. But the build itself is going to be in my heart, and the best instance thus far of summoning that we've gotten in the series, 100%. I hope either in Wonderlands 2 or Vex, or once again, I'm blind to the skill tree for the most part. I know she basically the Grim Dude, where you just turn into some, spooky dark thing, pause, and do blah 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 damage. I know she has a thing where she spawns into people, and I don't know her other skill, to be honest. I don't know. But god, every time I think about it, for the past few days, I'll just be thinking, and I'll just think, the only bit of the game that I really have in my mind is that starting area from the very first, preview stream, or very first preview streams that they did, because I wanted to go into Borderlands 4 blind as a bat, really badly. I didn't even have the Vault Hunters spoiled for me until about 80 days from launch, which is a pretty long time, but for how long they were out there, I had seen Vex, and I thought that was Ava for the longest time, genuinely. I was like, well crap, dude, they made Ava. Golly, how long is the time skip? She's like 20 or some shit. And they made her God. It's crazy. But, then I find that it's called Vex, I'm like, oh, it's 2 different people. Okay. And then the previews come out, and I was hearing about the, gonna be at the event, or whatever, the night before. I was like, I'm not gonna fold, I'm not gonna fold, I'm not gonna fold. And I saw Jolt streaming, and folded. I folded right away. I went and I watched it, and I went and I watched the recap video of it, and it was like that. Zero pressure, relatively speaking. I've still never watched the original trailer, I don't think.
If they scan you, sentient fighters won't be
But
far behind.
crap, I thought there was going to be another bandit character in the game for a long time. Because, you know, I thought the hand holding the bandit mask was one of the wall hunters. But I got a relic. No way. Bets. Let me change the stream name. Well, what is it?
For sentient
Prelude to
fighters,
bl4.
void signatures, but outside the corrupted. They are draining your life support, and fast. Eliminate them quickly.
Stop running from me. But yeah, that was my favorite build. And I really hope we get to see, whether it be in Wonderlands or Vex Skill Tree or whatever, some more good representation of summoners. Because, I mean, am I biased? Yes. I think it is the coolest concept for a character. Just, oh yeah, they're like spooky and they summon things. They don't even have to be gothic. You can have them be completely normal, or like, I don't know, like White Knight. I don't care the theme of the character. I just want them to summon either dead people, convert kills to dead people, or like something. Like, it's so much more fun that way. And granted, there's a difference in Necromancer and Summoner. Like, another example, my favorite class in Terraria will always be Summoner. I can never properly do another class. Like, I don't think I could ever do another, like, not even another, I don't think I could ever do a, like, blah 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 only playthrough. Because I'm always, whatever playthrough, like, part of the game I'm in, I always have a Summoner weapon of that era. I get Hellstone. I always try to go get the fucking Imp Staff. I do, I mean, I've always got whatever is the most, like, the best reasonable Summoner weapon regarding, like, my area in the game. And hell, half the time I'll just end up going Summoner for, like, I mean, maybe not bosses, but for general gameplay. Like, I don't know. I think it's a fun class in that game. And in general, if it isn't obvious, I think it is just a fun class. But I'm gonna start boss. I'll pull out at 30 minutes. Then we are going to go and do something else. I don't know what. It is right now 10:16. We are T-minus an hour and 43 minutes to launch. So fucking excited. Dude, for like the past week and a half, every time I just think about the game, my heart would physically start racing. It's the most excited I've been for something in I don't know how long. Like, and I hate that because I've had times meeting up with friends and stuff that I should have been more excited before. But no, nothing has come close to this. Like, I think about it and I go crazy. Especially there for a little bit. I didn't know if I was going to have to leave before the game would come out. And then I got told, you know, no matter what, you have a month from this date. I'm like, I didn't say that, but in my mind I was like, well, holy crap, 100%, I'm gonna get to play this game that I've waited for since like Wonderlands DLC. But what is this year I've waited for this, or for Borderlands 4? Huh? Since what's up, Borderlands 4? Yeah, I've waited for Borderlands 4 roughly since Wonderlands like finished its DLC cycle. Like, that was not when discussion around it started. That was like what? It was like beginning 23. It might have been around late 22. But because unless I'm mistaken, Wonderlands came out either quarter 4. I don't know. I think it was quarter 1, 22. Might be mistaken. I think it was just that. I don't know. I took the day off school for it genuinely. But I was in freshman year of high school at that time. If anybody watching this is watching this and they just found out, especially if they're a Borderlands fan, I just make them feel very old. Maybe might make them feel young. Hearing that. Golly, excuse me. This old hag was freshman year when that game came out. I was in first grade. By contrast, Could be somebody saying, golly. So the stumbling child was in freshman year of high school when that game came out. I was senior in Borderlands 2 in 2012. I was a junior when Borderlands 3 came out. I didn't get to graduate. We didn't get to graduation. Our high school was cut. We didn't get to graduate. We didn't get to walk. Because COVID made us not be able to walk our graduation. That's the second time, excuse me, that I've had my energy just completely, 100% almost drained. That's a perfect example of why I'm scared to switch off of Nourish. Now, granted, every time I cut Gloom off, it immediately comes back, which is kind of fun. I don't know why it comes back as soon as I cut it off.
Came here in search of treasure, but only found oblivion.
Oh, right. Oh,
They
you piece of
are
shit.
trespassers
I don't like
here.
you.
You are not.
Actually, let's look at your trust. Do I have a real bond on? No. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
These manifestations, they aren't from the neural century. Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support.
Excuse me. Excuse you,
Those
nerd.
oculists are scanning for targets.
Oh my god, die.
The sentient is
cracked,
onto
dude.
you. Look out for troopers.
Alright. Sayonara. Madness. Calculate out to I remember the grind to get the, the Sugatra from New War. I remember back when New War got announced. Back in, God, when was that? That was so long ago. Like, it had been out for a moment and some change when I was a freshman. Granted, I've been playing this game for... Started playing Chains of Hero when they reworked Earth. Because I remember every time I opened the game up, it would be, you know, the hero or the Haro screen, and it would say, you know, Earth. Well, I have to scrap them, you know. Gotta show them what's up, man. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Ooh, I was taking a minute. I took way too long, man. Why too long? You know, for how much I was crap on Destiny 2, I actually really do like that game. I don't mind it, not one bit. And that's a lie. I can't play it anymore. Like, I'm not even one of those people that's played Destiny for a long time. I started playing, like, end of Beyond Light when it was free with PS Plus, back when the game was still paid. Then they made the game free. And then after Beyond Light, I think, is when they, you know, fucking removed Forsaken and Shadowkeep and the entire Red War campaign, which was insane. I'd still, you know, have to start killing games. But apparently, I've heard talk that they're thinking about bringing Forsaken campaign back. I'd like to go play that maybe one day before I just completely shelve the game forever. But I got Lightfall Deluxe Edition, and that is far and away my most regretted purchase of all time. If I could take anything back, if I could take two things back, if I could take three things back, in fact, Rust and that are going up there. Because Rust, they have still not done things they said would be done within a month of it coming out. And I just... I would refund... Lightfall, Rust... What else? I've never made that many regretful purchases, honestly. Honestly. I think a lot about it for the most part. Which is granted, some people would hear that, so golly, you bought... It's like, what, 50 to 100 bucks on two different things that you ended up not liking? Oh my god, no way. But I feel like I'm more careful than most. There's a lot of people that I saw doing the whole, like, Fortnite refund shit. I considered it, but I don't know. I feel like Fortnite's always going to be around. It's going to end up... I mean, already right now it kind of is Roblox, but... It's going to take a lot more in the area of skins for it to become a game like Roblox. Because one of the things that makes Roblox is the fact that, for one, Robux is just kind of like, it's an in-game currency more than it's a premium currency. And skins, you have a lot more freedom. Well, you have significantly more freedom, in fact. I could see one day Fortnite making a skin free to everybody where you buy parts for it. Like you buy arm parts and chest parts and stuff. But ironically, Fortnite, the game that was originally either rated M or rated T, is significantly more advertisement friendly and significantly more just generally friendly to children than Roblox is. Especially considering, you know, some very recent things. What happens if I go to PlayStation menu? Does my screen just black out? Is this live? Okay, it turns blue. Can you still hear me? Yes, broadcasting only mic audio. I don't know what I want to play, really. I don't. I want to play, sort of kind of want to play. Could hop on some Rise. Could hop on some Monster Hunter Rise. It's been like a week. I love Rise. My first Monster Hunter game was World. It's not bad, but I think that game's balance is awful. Like, especially you get towards the end of Iceborne, it's down there. But there's some Generation Zero. Nah, I want to wait for my friend for that. There's Minecraft, Skywalker Saga, Battlefront 2, Wonderlands. Nah. I technically speaking did break about a week ago, but I started a boosted Krieg and went through Heroes Pass, and then I turned my PlayStation off and went to bed, and then I just didn't open it back up the next morning. I opened something else up, but I'm going to say I've been sober to Borderlands for about 2 months. Might be less than that, might be a month. Like a month and a half at least. It's been a while. I know that much. It's been a while since I have played a Borderlands game, really. And god dang, I'm so excited. Hour 30 minutes. We're getting there, dude. Oh my god. I'm getting nervous. Like, actually genuinely nervous. I don't know what to do. I don't.
That gold is real. I checked. Maybe I could, make some handcuffs?
I don't know. We could play a real English. I don't want to do that. I might cut this off for a little bit. But, hey. I know it works. I'm going to keep my mic like this. And I will open this back up at... Freaky. There is much talk. I'm going to open back up probably at 12:01. I'll probably open it back up T-minus 5 minutes before lunch. Anyways, I'm going to take a shit. Go do some other various things. I guess I could pause it. What happens if I pause it? Let's find out. That's what happens. It just cuts off camera and overlay and... That's what happens. It just cuts off camera. Anyways. Well, I reckon that will be it for this stream. It's been a kind of fun hour and a half. Enjoyed a sortie and like 30 minutes of survival. Could be in a survival mission for the entire time, but I'm not that deranged. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a shit. Might get something to eat. Probably will lay down. God, by that time it's gonna be ready. Alright, anyways. I will see you all in an hour and some change. Toodles. Wait, that's the wrong button.